so many people with big dreams for their lives, but they just can't seem to realize them. And what I've figured out in my own set of struggles and hardships and trials and tribulations is I've figured out a very common sense way to approach success. There's about 5 key principles that helps you get off to a great start. And like I always say, common sense just ain't that common. And so I'm going to break down the importance of a life plan and just how easy it is to set one up. Because oftentimes what happened to me was nobody ever explained to me how to go about becoming successful. And I had to stumble through a lot of things. Well, first, you have to identify what it is you want. You have to define what success would look like when you get there. The vision and the dream is what you're shooting for. You know, if you don't aim for anything, what are you shooting at? You lose purpose. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to write it down on a piece of paper that you can refer to often, and you want to say it out loud. When you write something down, it's affirmation. It's an act of faith that this is what's going to happen. It's a very cool trick to remember. And then it's important that you remember to say it out loud because you speak it into existence. I'm going to be successful. I will make it. I will have the man of my dreams. It's the law of attraction. What you give out is what you get back. The third thing you want to do is you've got to lay out the plan. A, B, C, so on and so forth. The mistake people make is they try to figure out how to make $1 million. Well, if you could do that, you'd make $1 million Friday. But what can you do to make $100? See, everybody in here can think of something to do that could produce $100. Well, you do that. Maximize the effort, it turns into 1,000. 10 times that effort, it becomes 10,000. Once you 10 times that effort, it becomes 100,000. Next thing you know, if you can make $100,000, folks, if you maximize that effort times 10, you have now $1 million. It becomes very simple that an inch by inch, everything's a cinch. But you've got to have a plan. Now, fourth, as you work through your plan, know your work ethic. Your success is directly correlated to the amount of effort you put into the task. I came up with a 3-part equation that has worked for me. It's the amount of work you're willing to do. Multiply that by the effort you're willing to put into that work, and multiply that by the time you have invested, and that's your success. If you look at your life and you're not happy where it is, you got to up the work, you got to up the effort, and you got to put more time in. And then finally, keep in mind this, folks, that life doesn't always go according to plan. You need faith and believe. Because along the way, it's going to go really bad for you. It's those moments when the average person turns back. And just know this, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how dark it gets, if you got faith, just say this to yourself. God is always coming, and he'll be there. That's it today. Hey, we'll be right back, folks. Thank you very much.